Can you say, listen? See, if you grew up watching TV in the 2000s, chances are you were flipping through the channels and you saw a little Hispanic cartoon girl demanding you to repeat words.
Tell my wife te amo.
Te amo. That means I love you.
It was pretty much Nick Jr.'s combination of Little Bear's narrative with a little salt and pepper seasoning from Blue's Clues to add that interactive factor. And now in the year of our Lord 2019, we have a live-action Dora movie, along with a lot of other live-action stuff, which at first I thought was better than the idea they had for a live-action Dora TV show. I was worried it wouldn't be as funny as the college humor sketch that inspired it, but look, it was no way it could be as goofy as the Kim Possible movie, right? Bruh, it was even goofier, and I loved it.
Am I a weirdo? No more than the rest of us. That's not a no.
Déjame explicar. So the movie was released 20 years ago after Dora's pilot premiered in 99 with her full season coming out in the early 2000s, meaning Isabela is literally Dora's age. This show ran for 14 years and had 172 episodes. She's had spin-off series, holiday specials. My girl Dora explored things internationally. She's become such a pop culture phenomenon that she's been parodied to death.
I'm here to do those things. Speak Spanish and kick ass. And I'm all out of Spanish.
And at one point, they even Rugrats her. And that follow-up series they do, but she's older now. And considering people were mad at that cartoon because Dora no longer looked like a linebacker, but like this, I can't even imagine what these people did to their keyboards after this casting.
I'm excited for the cute kids. Not excited for the weird men.
I think the reason she's always been a hit, besides being super marketable, is the attitude Dora has when it comes to exploring. You know, she really did make you think you can grab a backpack and a piece of paper and explore the world, which was really just your backyard. And if we're judging adaptations, I'm not gonna lie, the 2019 version gets the essence of Dora. They got Isabela Moner from Soldado and every other Mark Wahlberg movie recently, and I think she's the perfect choice. She looks, sounds, hell, was a voice in one of the Dora series growing up, and she took this role very seriously, to the point that the entire cast and crew also made the trek to actually film in the rainforest in Australia.
We had to train to hold our breath underwater for at least 2 minutes.
Oh, no!
And that was scary considering we were actually doing it ourselves. I was like, okay, Aquaman, that movie took place underwater and they didn't even go underwater at one point.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. The movie does start off super goofy with this overly CGI adventure, only to realize that it is all in Dora's mind, which I actually kind of like. Like, we've just accepted her talking to us in the show, but when you really think about it, a little girl being raised in the Amazon with only her parents would end up talking to a backpack thinking it's her friend. She's practically Tarzan. And that's why I was dying in the movie when young Dora randomly yells at the screen.
Can you say delicioso?
She'll grow out of it.
She grows up, vlogs with a GoPro so she isn't completely crazy, but she's still jumping off cliffs thinking she's Lara Croft. Peña and Longoria play her explorer parents who want to send her off to America so she can have some social life and real friends instead of a CGI monkey. She has an instant family with her cousin Diego, who's actually Mark Wahlberg's nephew. Supposedly, he didn't get this role because of his connections, which is a really weird thing to say in interviews to point out, but I also can't imagine the audition tape getting accepted, so I'm just taking a wild guess on who gave Marky Mark that special things in the credits.
Okay, your current movie star crush.
This girl, Isabela Moner.
That's really cute. But you're my cousin, Diego.
Damn, Diego. This man wants to do Dora. Anyways, Dora ends up being the one getting explored in this movie as she gets kidnapped by the bad guys who hold her as ransom. They're searching for this uncharted lost city of gold known as Parapata, and they know Dora's parents are the only Nathan Drakes who know where it is. This turns the movie into El Dorado meets Jumanji, but instead of The Rock, it's Eugenio Derbez yelling like Kevin Hart about quicksand farts.
Hey, te loto chimichangas.
And while there are points where Derbez, to me, isn't the funniest, bro, he had one bit after the quicksand scene that had me laughing so hard. It was as funny as that flea bag shower scene I keep talking about.
It was a good joke.
Benecio del Toro, who worked with Isabela in Soldado, is still playing the baddish guy here as he voices Swiper, which I thought was funny. And it was at this point that I realized I was not intoxicated enough to be watching this movie. But then the characters literally start tripping balls for me. They enter this patch of jellyfish-looking tree flowers that gets them so high, they turn into the cartoon. That almost pushed this movie from a rent it to a junior price for me, if that bit wasn't cut too short. Like, they brought back the talking map. They had Dora exploring like a pro. They even had Danny Trejo voice boots. Bro, I thought they had switched the projector to Machete.
And any parent that hasn't seen Boots is not watching what their kids watch.
That said, shout out to my Theo for being a real life hero. Obviously, this is a quick 90-minute Dora episode that's just on the big screen where you know Dora's gonna save the day and do what's best for Parapata. I'm actually really excited to rewatch all the goofy jokes when it's out in 4K. I know that there's gonna be a bunch of deleted scenes or one-offs they have planned. Without a doubt, this is going to be getting a sequel as I travel back to a time when I was excited to keep exploring with Dora. That's y'all should have cut. Why he does this for a minute? Y'all really kept the deleted scene in the final cut. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm curious to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Like I said, I liked it. Obviously, I would have preferred to see an extended cartoon trip scene instead of that Peña tripping scene. But this movie reminds me a lot of Nacho Libre. Like, it's not a fantastic movie, but it's funny. Like, this is the best possible option for Dora, a movie that didn't take itself too seriously. I think it gets the essence of the transformation or the adaptation from the cartoon to live action, of not making her like, it's still the same character. Like, she's still that girl who just wants to explore. She's innocent, and in the setting that they put it in, I thought it was hilarious. It was kind of like Black Knight when he ends up going back in time, or there's that other movie, this one right here, where they travel into the future and it's like a fish out of water type thing. I like those type of stories. I also like the fact they hired cultural consultants and they even filmed in the rainforest, so it doesn't come off like a set like it does in other movies. And they actually built a huge slip and slide for this movie. Like, I almost don't know if I'm more excited for the sequel or if I want to find a way to get on set. Other than that, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you liked it, if you didn't, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and Swiper will stop swiping.